What is happening, everybody? Doing a video real quick to talk about this new Castlevania Season 3 announcement that they dropped today. Boy, that was exciting. Like, the poster is super cool. The announcement that it's coming back March 5th, super cool. Like, a little bit to dive into here, though, real quick. I'm going to pull the poster up. There it is. There's the poster. So, right away, we recognize a lot of the players in this story. So you've got, of course, we've got Carmilla, we got Trevor, Sypha, Alucard, you got Hector, you've got Isaac, you've got okay, so real quick, like, I'm gonna cut in a piece of the old video that I talked about who I thought this was, and now I know who it is. So check this out. I think I may have an idea who these ladies are. So, just being a Castlevania fan and all that, so we obviously know who Carmilla is, okay? Right here, this first one right here, this girl on the end with the red hair, I am going out on a limb, and I'm going to say this is Rosalie. And if you don't know who Rosalie is, basically she was a character that you don't see in Castlevania Curse of Darkness, which is where they're drawing a lot of this story from. Hector and Isaac were Castlevania Curse of Darkness characters. It was a PlayStation 2 game. If you never played it, fantastic game. Find you a PlayStation 2, dust one off, go out to a used store, find Curse of Darkness for 15 or 20 bucks. It's a rare game to find, but you can find it online. It's an excellent, excellent game. People slept on it. It's a 3D Castlevania on PS2, but it was very good. I thought it was great. It's one of my favorite Castlevania games, and I'm a big Castlevania fan. But that's where Hector and Isaac come from. And so what her story is, basically, you never see her in the game. She is Hector's love interest that pulls him basically away from the life of evil. And she is the reason he gets out of being a Devil Forge master and forsakes his powers and all this kind of stuff. Which in the real storyline, the game storyline, is what makes Dracula able to be defeated by Trevor Belmont, Sypha Belnades, Alucard, and Grand Dynasty, who they left out of the series for God knows why. He was one of the most popular characters in Castlevania 3. But anyway, so I think this is going to be Rosalie. I think she's going to have something to do with Hector's freedom, getting him away from Carmilla. I think she is going to be like a witch or something like that. So we'll see what they do. All right, I definitely think that's Rosalie now. That is definitely Hector's love interest. He's going. I'm not going to spoil anything for you all. I don't want to do that. But just to let you all know, there is. This isn't gonna. That's not gonna take. It's not gonna last. So anyway, who is the guy in the background holding what looks like a Philosopher's Stone from Full Metal Alchemist? There's a bunch of different Castlevania guys this could be, but for this timeline and for this story in particular, I think this is Stgermain from Castlevania Curse of Darkness. He looks different because in Curse of Darkness he kind of has this weird circus ringmaster look to him. He's got a top hat and a tight red coat and white pants on it. That would not translate to this, I don't believe. So they are showing this off because in Castlevania Curse of Darkness, Stgermain, he has all this knowledge and all. He knows how to do these things that are just unworldly, you know. So he is a big factor in Curse of Darkness because he tries to get Hector to stop pursuing Isaac because he knows Isaac is trying to revive Dracula. And the story with him can be a little bit muddy as far as like how it's translated to this. I think he is in this story, Season 3, to revive Count Dracula. That's what I think. So, and in the background you can see all these eyes. You can see also, like, in the background, the red. Here, let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see here, there's like a lot going on. So yeah, he's holding some kind of stone or something like that. I think this could be key in like reviving Count Dracula. And then you have like down the sides, you can see faint images of like other characters and creatures and stuff like that in this like little hellscape in the background. Right over here, you see what looks like a character. And this isn't as good as of a shot as the one I saw earlier on Twitter, but like you can definitely see somebody right here. There's a shot of what looks like the Cyclops over in here somewhere. And yeah, just like all these souls in this vortex. But this right here, I think this is definitely Rosalie, because if you look at the shape that poor Hector's in here, he is not in a good way. But yeah, you can see Hector's kind of being attended to. He's got this chain around his neck, which suggests that he's in like slavery, or he's been enslaved or something like that. And at first I thought the chain was coming off of Trevor's whip here, the chain whip, but it's not. It's coming off into the distance here, and then I think that's a totally different chain. It could be connected, but I think it's there's a chain connecting to something back here, and a chain, I think that's the one coming up on Trevor here, but it's really hard to tell. You can see all these little outlines, little hidden things, like there's the cross hidden here on the leather on Trevor's new getup, which at first I didn't like this getup, but now I'm like, this kind of looks dope. This kind of looks dope, I can't lie. It does kind of have like this weird fetish kind of look to it, but at the same time, it kind of looks more like his Castlevania 3 look, honestly. I think this looks more like his Castlevania 3 with the dark brown and the trappings and stuff like that. So yeah, I think this looks more like that. And if they're moving into the Curse of Darkness territory, he becomes hard. Like he's hard. He becomes hard. Another guy I thought this might be, but I just don't think it is because the timelines don't match up. Ronaldo Gandolfi, he was in Lament of Innocence. He's the one that created the Philosopher's Stone, the Vampire Killer Whip for Leon Belmont. So he had to use the Soul of His Beloved and all. It was real weird. Not Curse of Darkness, but Lament of Innocence was a weird game. It was a fun origin story for the Belmonts and Dracula, but it was a weird game. So yeah, this looks super cool. This looks dope. I'm looking forward to this. Season 3, we should be getting a trailer. Should be right around the corner. I'm sure there's like a lot of different elements they're gonna get. If you do look at the poster though, right here, Castlevania's got some weird, wild, and wacky elements to it. Like it gets into like real kind of metaphysical kind of stuff, like hell, heaven, the afterlife, experimentation, all different kinds of stuff. And then you see this right here in the background, like these eyes and stuff in the background. This tells me we're getting into some weird, trippy, crazy, wild, weird areas. And I want to see Death this season. I want to see Death. He was absent from the first 2 seasons, season 1A and season 1B. Y'all know how I feel about that. He was absent from that first complete 12-episode story run. So I want to see him in this. There's some other characters I would love to see in this. They're like bosses and stuff. With this right here, this looks good. Carmilla looks a little weird in this shot. Like she's got this huge like football player neck. It almost it looks like. He's got the little chin, but that's a small nitpick. I do like the art. I think this is a great poster. It's going to look great in the studio whenever I can get a hold of one. But this looks cool. The whole... I really think that's Stgermain back there, and he's holding that stone. You see this vortex of souls and stuff. It really has this Full Metal Alchemist vibe to it. It really, I can't lie, it really does, which is why I think they're getting metaphysical with this season. I think there's going to be some trippy, weird stuff. I think it's going to be a situation where the heroes discover what's happening, and they have to try and right the wrongs. I think Carmilla's going to be in over her head. She's going to try to scheme her way into something. And then this guy in the middle, I think it's Stgermain, but I think this guy is going to present like a wild card, and nobody's going to know how to handle him. He's going to be a problem, and I think he's going to be instrumental in bringing Dracula back to the realm of the living. So, y'all know I'm a big Hector fan. I think Hector's a great character. Curse of Darkness is one of my favorite Castlevania games of all time. Love that game. He's a great character. Seeing this shot here, I saw some people online that were like, man, they bitched Hector out. No. This right here is, this says to me they are turning the corner with the character, which is what I hope they were going to do. This seems to me like toward the end of the season, he's going to break out. Like he is going to not be a victim anymore. He's going to start taking power back. So I'm excited to see that. Anyway, that's where that stands. Post y'all's comments. Let me know what you think below. Are you excited for season 3? I know I am. I don't think we have any reason not to be. There's some small nitpicks and stuff here and there, but I think they're gonna. I really think they're gonna address them. I follow Sam Dietz on Twitter now. He's a cool dude. So I've seen some of the stuff he's posted, and some of the. Also getting to know some of his influences, some of his creative influences. He's producer or director on this. I'm not 100%. I think he's director. I think he's the director on this. Knowing what some of his influences are, I am super excited where I think they're going to be taking this story. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. You all post your comments. Let me know what you think. If you dug it, please like, share the video, subscribe. Let people know what's happening over here on the channel. We're growing. We're closing in on 1,500 subscribers here pretty soon, I think. And you follow me on Twitter at Kaufman20XX. You can also follow me, same handle at on Instagram. And if you want to support the channel monetarily, you can always check out patreon.com, patreon.com/Ray Kaufman, where you can get original artwork from me every month sent to your door. You can also just sign up for lower tiers and get digital stuff, digital access to all my things on there. So appreciate all the support. Thanks to everyone who have been subscribing lately. Big shout out to KY Han. He backed me on Patreon. He's a new subscriber. He's supporting the channel and all these different venues. So man, I really appreciate that. You all have a great night. Keep rocking. And I want to get some more content up tonight, but if I don't tonight, I'll get it up tomorrow. But I saw this and I had to do a quick video. So you all have a great night and be safe. Be good to each other, and I'll catch you all in the next video.